Hi everyone, we have prepared latest market updates for November 11th, 2022. Twitter warns of bankruptcy as employees quit. New Twitter owner Elon Musk on Thursday raised the possibility of the social media platform going bankrupt, and in a chaotic day that included a warning from the U.S. privacy regulator and the departure of the company's trust and security chief. The billionaire said during his first mass communication with employees that he did not rule out bankruptcy, 2 weeks after buying the company for $44 billion, a deal that credit experts say has put Twitter's finances in a precarious position. Earlier in the day, Musk warned in his first email that Twitter could not survive the coming economic downturn if it could not increase subscription revenue to make up for falling ad revenue, 3 people who saw the message said. Yael Roth, who oversaw Twitter's fight against hate speech, misinformation, and spam on the service, resigned Thursday, 2 people familiar with the matter said. In his Twitter profile on Thursday, Roth described himself as the former head of trust and security at the company. FTX seeks funds as regulators take over. Regulators froze some assets of struggling cryptocurrency exchange FTX on Friday, and industry peers rushed to limit losses amid worsening solvency problems at the company and increased scrutiny of its CEO Sam Bankman-Fried. The week-long saga, which began with the fight of one of the largest crypto exchanges, FTX, and a failed takeover deal from major competitor Binance, has hit already struggling Bitcoin and other tokens. Bitcoin fell 4% to $16,858 on Friday, and its loss this month was 17%. FTX's FTT token fell 27%, losing 89% for the month. FTX is trying to raise about $9.4 billion from investors and competitors, a source said Thursday, urgently tries to save itself after a precipitous withdrawal of customer funds. Crypto exchanges' problems appear to be multiplying. The Bahamas Securities Commission said Thursday it has frozen the assets of FTX Digital Markets, a subsidiary of FTX. Bankman-Fried is also under investigation by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for possible violations of securities laws, according to an unverified tweet by a Bloomberg reporter. Global emissions rise, climate goals threatened. Global carbon dioxide emissions from burning fossil fuels will increase by about 1% this year, scientists said Friday, warning that it will make it harder for the world to avoid catastrophe levels of climate exchange as a result. The Global Carbon Budget report released during the UN Climate Summit COP27 exposed the gap between promises by governments, companies, and investors to reduce the planet's warming emissions in future years and their current actions, which cause emissions to continue rising. Countries are expected to emit a total of 41 billion tons of CO2 in 2022, according to a report by more than 100 scientists, of which 37 billion tons comes from burning fossil fuels and 4 billion tons from land uses such as logging. This year's increase in emissions was driven by increased use of oil in transportation, particularly aviation, as the company continued to recover from the shutdown during the COVID-19 pandemic. Emissions from burning coal also increased as countries switched to the most polluting fossil fuel after Russia restricted natural gas supplies to Europe after the February invasion of Ukraine, causing global gas prices to spike.